Happy Tuesday and welcome to the next live episode of Season Sunflower Hour. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm so pumped and excited to have you all here tonight, especially when you see the guests that we have coming up. As usual, guys, welcome to the family. If you are brand new to this show, I'm so glad you found us. Make sure you let us know in the comment section where you're tuning in from. You know how much we love seeing that. We love seeing people come and watch the show from all over the world. So keep those comments blowing up through the show. And as always, if you have any questions, if you want to know anything from our guests, ask it. We love seeing you guys interact throughout the entire show. Now, if you are a returning guest, thank you for coming back for some more. I'm so glad you're back here. You guys are all part of the Sunflower Hour family, and it is because of you that we get to keep doing the show. We get to keep sharing amazing stories, and we get to keep you updated on everything that is happening with ALS United Greater Chicago. You know that I've always got some really fantastic updates for you. And tonight, I can promise you, is no different. Now, we are approaching summer. The weather's getting hot, and we know that you guys are ready for some summer fun with a purpose. So we have several DIY events popping up throughout our territory. So you guys head over to alsunitedchicago.org. Check out the events calendar for all information on the fundraisers that are coming up. I can promise you there is some fantastic stuff. So if you guys are looking for some great ways to get active, to get outside, to get involved, to make a difference, and to just have some good old family fun, check out that events calendar because there's some really great stuff on there. So again, that's alsunitedchicago.org. Now, I am flying solo tonight. I do not have my other half, the behind the scenes producer, the fantastic Sam, to put up all of the links, but I will try my very best to keep you guys updated. Let me throw this one up here right now in case anyone needs the website. There we go, guys. It is up in the comment section if you need it. So make sure you check out the website for all the fantastic stuff and, you know, just see what's going on, see what we've been up to. And hey, if anyone is looking for a worthy cause to donate to, you can always click that donate button as well on alsunitedchicago.org, because as you have seen, show after show, your money is going to making a difference in the lives of so many people, because you've heard me say it and I will never stop saying this. I'm so proud of what this organization is doing. Everything, all of the services that they provide, all of the equipment, all of the support groups, all of the information they are giving out, all the help they are providing to those battling ALS and their families is completely free. And we can only do that with the help from all of you. So thank you guys so much. And if you've got a little bit of extra change or you want to skip your coffee that morning, make sure you head over to ALS United Chicago to hit that donate button. Now, let's get straight to it. We have another fantastic show tonight, and I don't want to wait another second to get these guests on here tonight. Now, if you've been a fan of the show, if you have been watching us since the beginning, you might recognize a familiar face here. He is actually, I want to say he'll correct me when he gets on here. I think he was our first or second episode when we completely launched the show back in 2021. It has been that long. We got to take a tour of his restaurant. If you were there, you got to see me butcher making some margaritas. We had a fantastic time. Well, he is back because we haven't seen him in a few years. So he's back to update us on everything he's been up to, what's been going on, what's been happening with ALS United. So I want to give a massive welcome tonight to our very own board chair of ALS United Greater Chicago, Mike Trafton, and his beautiful wife, Melissa.
Hey, how are you?
Hi.
Hey, guys. I am so pumped. You have no idea. I know I told you before the show I was excited, but I am like super, super next level excited to have both of you on the show tonight. So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Happy to be here.
And you are spending a very, very special night with us. I can't even believe I got to snag you guys for this because it's your birthday, Melissa. So everybody, happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
I hope you don't mind. I just blasted that out. I should have asked you before, but
No.
We're glad you were born. We should celebrate that fact.
Absolutely.
And you were telling me, what did you guys do for your birthday tonight? You celebrated a special way that I completely condone.
Oh, well, we love to golf. So that was our first thing. We thought we'll get out and we'll golf today. And we had a great day, actually. Yeah. I golfed probably one of my better days. I got a couple pars, which for me is good. I tend to be a 2 to 4 putter sometimes. So it was really nice. So we did that. Then we went to one of our favorite restaurants, White Chocolate Grill in Naperville, which just their desserts are also wonderful. I made everybody order one of everything and we all shared and it was delicious. And I feel like I don't need to eat for 2 weeks, but
That's exactly what I support. Ordering one of everything. That's my happy place. So kudos to you. Happy birthday.
thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I love it. Well, we have so many things to talk about. You guys have so many amazing stories to share. You guys have been in this world. I hate saying it. This sucks, but you've been in this world for a very long time.
Yeah.
It's a place I wouldn't wish on anybody. And I know, Mike, that we had talked about years ago. You shared your story about your mom. Now I can't believe how much time has passed. I feel like I feel like you and I just talked yesterday, and here it is, 4 years later.
Right.
So for all of those that maybe didn't see that, I would love you to just share the story on your mom. Your mom passed of ALS.
Sure.
Who was your mom? Tell us about her.
Sure. My mom, first of all, my mom's name was Barb Trafton, and she was the light of our family. You know what I mean? She was the one who kept the family together, the brothers, the holidays, everything was run through mom, and that was just, she was a leader, you know what I mean? She really was. And I'd say late 2009, right around Christmas time, right around there, I think Melissa was the first one to notice that my mom was kind of falling behind a little bit with her walking and her, I don't know if you noticed the speech too right away or
no, it was Barb was a great woman, and she didn't have any daughters, so she loved the fact that she had 4 daughter-in-laws. So we'd go on daughter-in-law trips every year, and it was our last daughter-in-law trip we went to. We stayed kind of close to home. We went to Lake Geneva, and Barb was a fast walker. I would have to almost run to keep up with her all the time, and she was like, the last one in the line coming down the hallway, and we were like, what's up with you? You're usually so fast. And she goes, I don't know. I think maybe I have a bunion or I have something on my foot that needs to get taken care of. And we're like, okay. And we noticed that. And I'm a nurse. So I thought, well, okay, maybe that's what it is. But that was the first sign.
Right. So, and I think as it progressed through early 2010 and things deteriorated and, I had no idea what it was. And, you start checking off things and you go to the emergency room. Mom's falling a lot. What's going on? We can't figure it out. And I know Melissa was the first one to figure it out. And she thought maybe.
Well, she had, we met them. It was for someone's birthday. They came to wherever we were at for the birthday party. And they had been to the emergency room. They thought she'd had a stroke because her speech, she started having speech impairment and swallowing impairment pretty rapidly into her the disease process. I think she was still walking pretty well, and that affected her first because it's different aspects for everybody. And then I started to get really suspicious, and I was thinking I've taken care of a lot of patients with MS. So, and I knew, it could be MS, and I thought, I knew about ALS, but I didn't actually, as a nurse, I didn't really know a whole lot about it, but I just knew that there was not any treatment and there was no cure. And I thought, I really hope she has MS, because with MS, they can give you steroids and drugs to help, take care of some of the symptoms, and people can live a long time with MS. And that's when we had her go into a neurologist, and the neurologist knew me. So he's the one that told me that he goes, well, I suspect that your mother-in-law has ALS. And it was like, it was.
Yeah. So, we tell mom, and so you want to be sure. So we made arrangements, my dad and myself and my mom, to go up to Mayo Clinic. So we, your sponsor here, Terry Darcy, got us a van to go from Mokina, Illinois, up to Mayo Clinic. So it was a wheelchair equipped van. We loaded mom up, and me, my dad, and mom went up there. And after 2 days of testing, they came back and told us, that your mom, Barb, has ALS. So, I'll never forget that night. She said, let's go for a Cosmo, because that was her drink. And we had a Cosmo, and she never changed. And she said that day that she was blessed, and, and we're going to go on from there. And that's kind of what we did. And when we left, they gave us this little packet, and it had phone numbers about ALS and what to do. And back then it was the ALS Association. And so we were driving back. My dad was driving. So I got on the phone and I called the number that was on there for the ALS Association of Greater Chicago. Julie Sharp, our CEO, answered the phone when I called, and I made arrangements for my mom to, start receiving care through the ALS Association, and that brought us into the ALS family at that time. So,
from a pamphlet. That's great. I didn't even know that. I did not know that story. That's how you came to us.
That was it. So, Mom started receiving care, through the wonderful care services people, Joanna, and all the wonderful people there. And we got to know Julie, and we got to know everyone. And it just became part of our family. They all became part of our family. And to me, that was so important, the way they treated us and the way they treated my mom and my dad. And they took us in, when you don't know, what's coming next and what to do and how to do. And like you spoke so eloquently about everything is free, and the answers they can give the families, the people that have just discovered they have ALS, please reach out to us. I mean, they're never going to lose Melissa and I as part of this ALS family. You know what I mean? The people that we've got to meet over the years have been
really great people,
amazing people. And the care they provided my mom, as things deteriorated, as things went, my mom went rather quickly, probably a year from diagnosis.
Yeah, because she determined that she wanted to live quality, as much quality of life as she could. She could have got a feeding tube, early on, but she didn't want to stop drinking her Cosmos, and she wanted to enjoy things as much as she could. And I respect that. It's like, it's not the choice for everybody. There's a lot of determination. If you have someone very young that, they might have still things they want to accomplish, but Barb said, like Mike said, that she's very blessed, and she said, I've had a wonderful life and I've had wonderful children, and she was incredible. So
yeah, my mom passed in March of 2011. So probably from a little over a year from diagnosis, till she passed. And it went so quick, her loss of physical ability to walk. And then when she lost the ability to talk, it was,
that did go fast.
So, and that was back in 2011, and just the strides that have been made. And, now
with communication,
and it's terrible that people lose the ability to talk, but now we have all the devices where they can communicate. They can, through computers, through iPads, through phones, with the use of their eyes. And it's basic technology, and technology has helped so much with communication, and all that's available to our patients and our families, and it's free of charge. And, whatever we can do as a group, ALS United Greater Chicago, we're going to do it, because it's all about the people we serve. And, Melissa and I have been real active with Julie and the group recently, and doing a lot of different things. And we're at a meeting downtown at Gibson's, because we're high rollers, so
how we do it.
Right. But we serve over 500 patients now. It's crazy. So that's 500 patients. Then you thinking families, we're serving 2,000 people. It's just amazing that what we're doing now. So couldn't be prouder.
It's amazing and heartbreaking at the same time, right?
Exactly.
Heartbreaking, because some of the people that we've got to know, that we've got to go on trips with and do things with, they've passed as well, and the people that have ALS are special people, I think, because to me, they're wonderful people, and they know what's coming, but they're so good about it. And, but, if we weren't involved in this organization, we would have never got to meet these people. We've never got to know. Yeah. And it has been a blessing for us. When my mom says she's blessed, and I think we're blessed because we can give our time and money when we can, and just be there for other families, and other patients, and let them know that this wonderful organization, Julie Sharp and Kendra Elvers, and these people, man, they will go to bat for you, and they will do everything they can for you and their family to make your journey as smooth as possible, in whichever way that goes. And we understand, whichever way you want to go, we're just here to help, and we want to help. So,
yeah, that's such a great point too, because I call them straight up superheroes, this entire team. I don't know when they sleep. I don't know when they take care of themselves, because it's right. I hear stories all the time. no matter what time of the night, no matter where they are there for these patients. And I think what's even cooler is that you guys got to, I hate that you saw it this way, that you got to see it firsthand, but you actually got to be on both sides. You got to see from the perspective of everything your mom was going through. You've gotten to see what this organization does, and then you've got to see the progression over the years. So I was going to ask you even just everything you went through, because you guys were lucky, right? You, Melissa, you were a nurse. You kind of have an advantage over the average person, right? I can't even imagine someone coming into this that doesn't have
a curse.
Yeah, exactly.
It is a blessing. I was able to help her with some, like I said, end of life care. I was there. A lot of times I had to, when you go into hospice, they give you medication for home. There's Ativan, which is for anti-anxiety, and they give you morphine for pain. And they tell you, it's like your little emergency box. And a lot of people are hesitant about using it. Like afraid, I don't want to give too much. And then I had to educate the family, but what is our goal here? I said, our goal is comfort. At this point, our goal is comfort. We're not worrying about giving too much medication. You're worrying about keeping her comfortable. Yeah. And that, I think that that helped. I was glad that I was able to, I knew that, I've taken care of a lot of patients in hospice, not necessarily ALS patients, but in the hospital, we get a lot of hospice patients. And I said, I always felt that it was an honor to be with somebody in the last hours of their life, so it was an honor to be there with Barb and to do as much as I could do to help her. So, cause she was a wonderful mother-in-law. So wonderful mother. So yeah.
And what we were talking about beforehand, kind of there was a big special trip. I mean, and I hear this a lot, right? When someone has ALS, like you said, you know what the result is. We know right now we're fighting so hard against it, but we know what's coming. A lot of times kind of bucket lists come into play, right? Those things. And it sounds like Barb, she was that kind of woman that she wanted to do her thing her own way. Yeah.
So my mom and dad were very lucky, that the last few years they traveled everywhere. They got to do everything. They went to Bali. So
they probably were walking on some of these same roads and same streets.
So all over the place. And they got to go all over the world. But the one place that she always wanted to go to and she's never gone was Alaska. So my dad and I arranged a trip and we flew into Seattle with the wheelchair. It's a little hard to travel with wheelchairs and not the ability to talk and to get around. But so we took a cruise from Seattle up to Alaska then, and it was just a wonderful cruise. And you know how you go on a cruise, they do a little away sites. So we were in Alaska, and one thing she wanted to see whales. And so we did a whale watching cruise with Mom, and the people were so wonderful. They arranged for us to be, on the top deck, and we got her wheelchair in, and they really secured it, and they took us out, and they always say, we can't guarantee any whales, and they got a call, hey, there's a bunch of whales breaching over wherever, and they drove us out there, and the whales breached for 3 hours, and my mom, she could barely clap, but she was clapping. And, the tears are coming down her face. And it was just, and my dad, I looked at my dad is crying. And I think I'm sure I was crying. I was crying too. So, but it was just, and I'll never forget just the look on her face and to be able to give that to my mom, and then, so, and of course we're running late as we get back because we spent so much time out on that, out on the excursion that, we're trying to get Mom up the ramp and, they're hurrying everyone along and it's me pushing the chair up and my dad. And some people saw us from the boat and they ran down and they helped push us up. And it was just, the community in general, people helping people. And if you learn anything in life, hopefully that's it. If you can help other people, why wouldn't you? So that was our bon voyage, that trip. And she went pretty quickly after that, but to be able to provide that for her and to be part of that, that's something I'll always have. So.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And I think sometimes the universe is just on your side on those things, right? Just bringing everything together for 3 hours of just this beautiful whale adventure.
Yeah, it was so cool. Crazy. It's great.
Wow. And you bring up an awesome point too, the power of community. And I think that's what, again, I keep saying it, but I really mean it from the bottom of my heart. That's exactly what ALS United is, right? It's this community that rallies behind you, but even the importance of when someone is diagnosed with ALS, it's not just their battle. It affects the entire family. You're all in this together. You saw that with your mom, with your family. So from the caregiver's perspective, right? First of all, how important is having that community around you? And then how important is being able to take care of the caretaker?
I think that's essential. Like when we say take care of the caretaker, whatever time you can give that caretaker a break is so important, because they need that. You can see they're at wit's end a lot, like my dad was. And you know, I hold him in high regard for what he did for my mom, you know, but everyone needs a break. And the people that we provide, you know, from ALSU, they're experts, and they know that you might need a break, you know, and they've come up with these caregivers boot camps, you know, which is an amazing program that, you know, that they've developed. It's how to care and how to get breaks. And there's support groups that we have as well from ALSU that you need that. You need to talk to other people that are going through it. They might have the idea to make your life a little easier, or your loved one who's going through ALS a little easier. And it's a hard road, but we're here to make it easier. And we're here to be part of your family, is what I always say. You know, when we talk to Julie and we talk as a board, it's always about how do we help the patients? How do we help the families? That's our number one goal. Like, you know, everyone talks money. Yeah, money's important. We do want people to donate, but that's not what we're about. We want, you know, we want to be good stewards of the money that comes in, but every dollar that comes in, we want to go out to the people that we're here to help. And we do a really good job with that. And Julie and her staff and the nurses and the fundraisers and you and everyone that's part of this family. I mean, it's important to us. So
it is. I will agree with you. I've been blessed to get to work with a lot of organizations, right? I love helping, giving back. I have never seen anything like what is happening here at ALS United. And everyone that's watching this, I wish you guys could just see what we see behind the scenes, right? I have never met a group of people who are more dedicated, who live and breathe this, who love what they do. And like you said, you guys, you don't waste a single dime. You guys stretch, you make the impossible possible. I see that over and over with you guys. Things that we think are never going to happen, you somehow make it happen. Yeah. And you don't take a single dollar for granted. So anyone that's out there, anybody that donates, I want you to know this. I want you to hear this from all of us, that even if it's $1 that you're donating, that dollar is going to making a difference. It's going straight to patient care. It is not going anywhere else. It doesn't get redirected. It is going to make a difference. And you guys got to see that with your mom firsthand.
Yeah. And you know, it's even more so now that we're ALSU, we're our own organization. Every dollar stays home. You know, I mean, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So
yeah,
all dollars that come in are going out to our people. So it's
100%. 100%. Well, there's been so many. I mean, they hear me say the plugs and say all the upcoming events, but you guys are living it. You guys, like you said, it's a crazy couple of months. We've had so many amazing events and things are just getting started. So I want you to tell me a little bit about what are some of these events you guys have been attending lately?
Well, I guess the first one of the year is always our kickoff. It's our walk. It's our ALSU walk at Cantigny up in Wheaton. And this year we had, I don't know, 1,500 people, 1,600 people raised. I think, don't hold me to this dollar amount because Julie will get mad at me, but I think it's over $400,000 that day. So, and the wonderful Kendra, you know, did this. That was her thing. And it was just amazing. And Melissa and I were a part of the crew. We were in charge of the hot dogs. So we cooked over 1,000 hot dogs that day. So, which was amazing. So, yeah. So.
What? I know. I hear you got something. You got a little piece. You got a piece.
Oh, there it is.
Make sure I can show you. So in appreciation of our hard work, Kendra and Julie presented us with these. I don't know if you can see it. It's ALS United Wiener Warriors.
I love
it. There it is. Where wieners sizzle and sparks fly. So. That's how serious we take these things. So
you better be wearing that shirt with pride.
Oh my goodness, we wore them that day, and I think we had 10 friends come with us.
Yeah, we did. We had quite a crew.
So we, 2 large grills over 1,000 hot dogs and 3 hours of roasting weenies. So,
and no one had to wait for a hot dog. We were
good. We were good. But talk about a wonderful event. All the families, all the friends, all the patients. Everyone in their own group supporting their own family, but everyone coming together as one group. So just simply amazing time. So just
oh my gosh. I wonder what the record is. We're going to have to figure this out and get an update from you after the walks next year.
Yeah.
So now the bar is up, we'll say 1,000, or you said even over 1,000. So what can we get to next year?
Well, I already told Julia, we've got it next year. We've got the whole weenie thing sponsored. We've got people who are going to pay for it all. So no money coming out of ALSU to pay for the hot dogs and the buns and all that. We're in Joliet, Illinois. We are taking care of the weenies next year. So that's all on us, man. That's all on us. So we're getting it done.
The Wiener Warriors have
the
come.
The Wiener Warriors are doing it. So it's good.
Oh my gosh. This is like an announcement. We're making an exclusive announcement on this show.
Yes.
There you go. It's breaking news.
Breaking news. Wiener Warriors are here to stay. My last name is Weinsberg, and my family has joked for a long time there needs to be something called Weinsberg Wieners.
Oh,
it's a little
hey, we're not saying that can't happen next year. We can get your family in on the sponsorship. So
my father, Mr. Weinsberg, is here, so he might need to be one of the Wiener Warriors.
I tell you what, you have Dad get a hold of me. We'll put him on the grill next year, okay? So
I love it. I'll have my people call your people, and we'll make this.
Well, you know what? This is our people right here, so there's not a lot of people for them to call. So
it's true. Good. My dad is watching, and he just said he's in. So
all right, excellent.
To join the force. This is fantastic. I'm going to reach out to all the Weinsbergs, and they need to be in on this. They need to be helping you guys so we can really. I mean, I'm proud that not a single person had to wait for a hot dog.
Yeah.
That in itself is impressive, and exciting announcement.
We look forward to meeting your family and bringing them on board to the Warrior Wagon. So.
Oh my gosh, my dad has no idea what he just signed up for, but let's go.
Well, he'll have so much fun.
He will have fun that day, I guarantee it. So
this is amazing. I love this. Any other special announcement we have to just blow everyone's socks off here? Because that was a big one.
Yeah, Sunday was Father's Day, which was wonderful. So all my daughters came with us, and Melissa and I, and we went down to Wrigley Field, which was Lou Gehrig ALS Day. And again, Julie and the staff hit it out of the park. We had an ALS United facility, which was at Wintrust, which is right across from Wrigley Field. We had the best location for anyone that you could have that had ALS. We were directly across the street. We had a room full. We had sandwiches. We had beer if you wanted it. We had pop. We had everything for the patients and their families. Typical ALSU, no charge for any of it. Enjoy that. We provided tickets for those that wanted to go into the game, and then we sat as a group in the game, which was really nice. And the Cubs won, which made it all the better.
Perfect.
Extra innings, yes. So and I don't even know how many we had. Probably 100, maybe 100 plus in our section.
Yeah,
from just ALS, which is bet. With people that are going through it, that's quite an accomplishment to have that many people there, and just a wonderful day, and just like we talked earlier, community and being able to talk to each other and that bonding, getting the word out about ALSU and getting the word out about ALS in general. Mm-hmm. And it was nice. The Cubs really did a good job. Quite a few of the players wore ALS spikes, which was nice. All through the day, they were talking ALS, putting up through the whole place, and we wore ALS shirts. Our whole group did. Julie passed them out to everyone. So we were all dressed alike, and it was just a big show of support. So thanks to everyone that came out, and thanks to the Cubs, and thanks to Major League Baseball for letting us do that. So it was fantastic. Yeah. So
for real, huge shout out to MLB for stepping up and creating this event. I want to say I'm probably going to get it wrong. I think this is maybe the 4th year. This has been a newer tradition, maybe somewhere around there. But this has been incredible. And shout out to the Cubs. You heard the assignment. Way to bring it and win that game.
It was great. And I saw they were still doing auctions, I think, through this week for, different ALS memorabilia and things like that. So what the players were wearing that day and auctioning it all off. And then it's going back to a general fund. And I don't know how they're going to divvy it up, but just great that they're getting the word out about ALS. And we were part of it, and people were seeing it. Hey, you have ALS. Here you are right here in Chicago, ALSU. Reach out to us. We'll help you.
Mm-hmm. So, I love that. So cool. Yeah. And anyone watching, if you're in on that, we do this every year, right? Yeah. So next year, if you want to participate in this, you want to come out with Mike and Melissa and the entire family, the entire crew, like do it. Come out. Anyway, you don't have to have ALS to be a part of this, right? We love you. We want you to be a part of this family. We need warriors that are going to get out there and just spread the word. I see this all the time, and I'm assuming you guys do too, right? You're out there, you've got your ALS gear on. Are you meeting so many people that don't know what ALS is? Do you get the opportunity to educate people on this disease?
We are, and like in my case, I didn't know what it was, when I came along, and Melissa's much better at that part of it than I am because she's got her medical background, and but it's nice to be able to tell people, hey, this is what we're about. And if you ask me something I can't answer, I guarantee you I can get you to the person that can answer it. So which is the nice part. So we're here to help. So
I definitely think there's a lot more awareness definitely now than right. But when Mike's mom first got it, I really had never met anyone that had ALS. I think I had one patient. And because I didn't really see ALS patients in the hospital. Usually I think it's so difficult to get to the hospital if you're like in the advanced stages. And but then now I hate to say that it's like, but it's good that people are more aware about it, but also unfortunately it kind of helps when people that are well known get ALS, then it brings people are more aware, you don't want anyone ever to get ALS, but if someone that gets it is famous, a little bit, it does help with the awareness. So,
well, like Steve McMichael from the Bears, it's so unfortunate what he had to go through, but he was wonderful enough of a man that he was like, how can I help you guys? How can I help get the word out? How can I help other people that have ALS? What can I do? And him, his family, his foundation, they became part of ALSU, which was wonderful. So.
Yeah, it's crazy. We had Kerry Good on the show, Kerry Good, and he was a former NFL football player. And same thing. It's like you said, Mike, you were talking about this, even with your mom, those that are diagnosed with such a horrible, horrible disease. And again, we know that there's no cure. I can't imagine how I would take that. Everyone that we've met, everyone that we've got to encounter, right? They have the best attitude. And, like Michael. True. Yeah, like good. They step into this role of, okay, I know the fate for myself. What can I do? How do I make this better for the people that come behind me? And they are just out there full force spreading the word. And that's exactly what you two are doing in your mom's honor and continuing to do. It's just, I am so blown away by just the attitude and the perseverance that you have when you enter this family that you shouldn't have to be a part of, but gosh darn it, we're happy to have you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in the spirit of that, right? Everything you guys have went through. I mean, your mom was diagnosed a while ago. She passed away in 2011, and it's 2025. You guys are still here. And you said it, you're here for life. Yeah. Why is it so important? Why is the advocacy? Why is you stepping up to make this your passion? Why has that been so important to your entire family?
I'll speak for me, and then I'll let Melissa go. But I noticed, first of all, it was in honor of my mom, and then it was like, I'm getting a lot out of this myself. You know what I mean? It's really good for me to be able to help other people. We got to meet some exceptional people who had ALS, who went to Washington, D.C. with us when we're advocates for them, speaking on their behalf. They became like family to us. And one person in particular, his name was Kevin McKee, and him and his wife were just wonderful. And he was a big NASCAR guy, loved NASCAR. And got to be friends with him. And at the time, I was the chief of police in Joliet. So we had a NASCAR track here. We had a NASCAR race. And I got to take Kevin down onto the track. And he got to meet all the drivers. And he got to take his electric chair around the NASCAR track, right? And then he was like a little kid. He was smiling. He was so happy. And to this day, his father-in-law will still send us little cards and messages, and his wife reaches out to us on Facebook and things like that. I mean, that's that's why you do it, right? That's why you do it. So
yeah, and then we've met, like, we had a young patient. He was a teacher, and he just had recently been married, and he got ALS. And I think he was just turning 30, and it's just
30.
like, it's heartbreaking. And he was just the nicest guy. And it's, you know, and the positivity for somebody that knows their diagnosis, you know, but like you were saying, you know, people, they know what they are facing, and they're fighting, and they're still fighting to try to find a cure to help people other than them. So it was amazing.
Yeah, it is.
And it's sad, though. It's like the group of people that we went with, we really loved them all. They were the nicest people. And it's like, they're all gone now. You know, it's kind of heartbreaking, but they really left an impact, and they're never really gone, because you still think of, you know,
right.
they're still feel like they're part of our lives, even though they're gone. So
And I think that's it. Like you said, they're always with us. And I think that list of the why, I think the list of, like you said, it started in honor of your mom. For me, it started in honor of my friend Frank, who passed away. And that list, it keeps getting longer in honor of. And that is a fire. Like, unless you've been in that shoes, right? Saying it will never do it justice, the words, until you feel that power of all of the people you're fighting for. That is motivation.
Yeah,
exactly.
It is.
Yeah.
And, you know, so many good things going on within the organization to help people, and just to get the word out. And we got so many good things coming up, you know, throughout the rest of this year, early next year, just a lot of good stuff. So,
yeah. Oh, I'm going to have you plug some of that stuff very soon.
Okay. I'm ready whenever you let me know. So.
I love it. I got you. But on this roller coaster that we are riding right now of this intense motivation that gets us through, I wanted to touch, because I remember, Melissa, I don't even remember what year it was, but I remember being at the Chicago Marathon cheer tent and watching you run. So did both of you run? Sorry, Mike, if you did. I just remember Melissa.
We both did.
So we both got 5 marathons in our belt, if you really want to call it. So, which is great. So, and we have a daughter that's got 1, so that she did it in honor of my mom. So, which was fantastic. So.
What the heck was that process? I am so in awe of anyone that can do that. I get winded walking down the steps to the beach. I like pull out the fiddle for me there. That sounds ridiculous, but I get winded doing that. How in the world are you guys training, prepping, making it through all of this, and then decide to do it 4 more times?
Well, that's a whole lot of crazy doing it 4 more times.
It is
a whole lot of crazy.
Yeah.
I think after you finish, you're like, I've got to do this again. I can't believe I accomplished that. And then you're like, what did I just sign myself up for? But
I'll tell you right now, it'll ruin your whole summer. It'll ruin your whole summer. All your friends are out drinking beer and doing whatever they want to do, and you're going running first thing in the morning because you got to get 10
your
miles
Saturday
in.
long run.
You got to get 13 in. You got to do whatever you got to, to be ready to do it. So it's but again, that's where like Sarah from she runs our marathon for us, and Sarah Brandt, and they have a wonderful program. They have a professional runner, marathon runner, who gives you programs, who will set you up, who will do every Saturday, do long runs with you on the beautiful beach at Chicago. You know what I mean? You are running the lakefront, which is just a wonderful thing to do. And I don't know, it's crazy to do. And after you do it, though, like Melissa said, you're like, I can't believe we did it, and then we're going to do it again. Oh my goodness! And
it's like I always believed, and I know people don't agree with me, but I said I really think anyone can run a marathon because it's up here. I think so much of it is mental. You get to the point where you're going and you're like, I just can't do this anymore. No, I can do this. And then I when I was doing it, I'd be like, I have to go forward because I have to, someone's at the end of the line waiting for me. So I'm going to go another mile. I'm going to go another mile. I'm going to go another mile. And I think only 1 year did I properly train though. So that's it. Just FYI, do not do that. Do not. I ran a marathon without training and I was really injured. So please train if you do a marathon. But really, if you train, I really think people can do it. You don't have to run the whole thing. You can walk it. You can, but you got, it's a lot of inside. And you think about you are running for people who can't, you'll start feeling sorry for yourself and thinking you feel tired. Like, hey, there's people that would love to be doing this and they just really can't.
They can't.
You can, you just got to get out of your head. So
the night before the marathon, there is always a dinner, which the ALSU puts on. And, so our daughter Nikki ran last year, and everyone speaks beforehand. They pass the mic around the room, and there's not a dry in the place.
No.
It's everyone is running for someone. Either mom, their dad, their grandma, their good friend, and then when Nikki was talking about my mom, her grandma, me and Melissa, everyone is, but everyone's story was just amazing. And you leave there, you're like, you feel so good. You really do. Like, oh my God, there's so many good people. They're running 26 miles on behalf of someone they love, and the next morning, everyone's got their ALS United bib on, in their shirt. And it says right on there, I am running for, and they put whoever they're running for. Some people run with pictures of their loved ones. It's an amazing event. Absolutely amazing. So.
I get goosebumps, honestly, when you guys talk about it, because again, it's one of those things, unless you've been in that room, you can't even imagine the emotions. We had another runner come on who had his dad's favorite playlist, his favorite artist in his ears while he was running the marathon. I think what you guys can accomplish with that love and that motivation and honor is just, it's mind blowing to me.
And, and Sarah's hit it out of the park this year. I think we're at 250 runners already.
I know all bibs are filled already.
All bibs are filled, and I don't know how she did it. She got us in the worldwide marathon community. Yeah, so
I get so excited. I'm throwing things all over here.
No, like where she's gotten bibs. I think she said we've got runners in Tokyo this year, and I don't know if you had Sarah on. You got to get her on and tell her she's got to fill you in on all the crazy great
we
stuff.
Did. Don't you worry. We announced that was a big announcement on one of our other shows.
Was it? All right, great. She's a ball of fire, man. She does great work.
I was just gonna say ball of energy, man. She's.
So this year, me and Melissa will not be running.
I was gonna ask you, is there another marathon in the future, do we think? Okay,
so you never know. You never say never, right? But we are going to be at the expo. We're going to be checking people in. We're going to be giving them their swag, their beautiful ALS swag, and then the day of, we'll be down there cheering people on as well. So,
okay, I love it. You'll be at the cheer tent. Are any of your girls running again? Is this something that they are maybe?
No, they're all really into fitness. But Nikki, when she ran last year, I said, "Hey, do you want to run again next year? And I'll run with you." And she goes, "One and done, Mom." I'm like, it's just not her thing, okay. But just not their thing. They'll do a lot do anything for us, but
no, but that's the main October event. We kind of jumped to that without even talking about, which is wonderful. So
for real. And that's and I do love. So I really, anyone that stumbles upon this show, I'm really glad to have you. Thank you. But if you hear this part, like, no, you don't have to be the runner, right? There's so many other ways you can get involved.
Yeah.
Supporting the runners is really
paramount.
It's so much fun, like supporting them and cheering them on. And it's really nice. A lot of the runners will put their name, and it really helps as the runner when someone yells, "Melissa, you got this." You're like, "I do have this," and it like gives you a little burst.
I was
of
like,
energy.
"No, I don't."
That's what I mean. Well, that was at the end.
That was at the end. Let me tell you, when you see that finish line, you are happy. You are happy. So,
but you did it. You did it though, Mike. Did you guys stay together, or was there a little competition of?
No, he's very much more competitive than I am and faster runner. He would like to stay back with me. I'm actually a loner when I run. I don't like to run with people. I like to be. Usually it's like a mental health thing. I enjoy it for my mental health. So it's too much pressure if I'm with someone, then I get all out of sync. But but he's faster. He did run with a friend of his though, one of the years in the marathon, and they stayed together. So
which was nice. It is. It's good. So, but we've had a lot of fun at the marathon, and again, just wonderful people. You know what I mean? Absolutely wonderful people.
Yeah. Well, I do remember. I feel horrible, Mike. I don't remember. I for sure remember Melissa and Sarah. And I was always so impressed. Because let's be serious, I did not run. I was just part of the cheer crew. I was just cheering you guys on. Every time you guys came by me, every Team ALS member, not a single freaking one of you looked sweaty, looked tired. You guys looked beautiful. I don't understand it.
Well, you didn't want to see the Trafton house on Monday after the marathon. I'll tell you. trying to get up and down the stairs at home, that was not easy, man. That's
really.
Well, that's pretty much par for
everyone.
When you get breakfast in Chicago the next day, and everybody, you can tell when people are like get out of the booth and they're like walk, you're like you did the marathon. But everyone always has their medals on though too, because you have to be proud. So,
do you guys prominently have? I mean, you guys have 5. Do you prominently have your 5, 10? Because double.
Well, you can't see it now, but we've got them all hanging over there, so it's good. So
we used to run a lot more.
We would do half
races,
marathons,
so we have a lot of medals. Sorry.
Yes. No, this is perfect. That was the soundtrack of everything we are talking about. That's incredible.
The Walking Dead. Yeah, it's like having to get to the end. That's what we were. So, but no, we do have all our medals displayed, and then. Yeah.
We have a lot of ALS stuff around the house. It's pretty prominently in big part of our lives. So
I believe it.
Yeah.
Well, on the other side, so that you're taking a break from running. I'm not counting you out. I have a feeling I'm going to see you at another marathon again.
We're helpers. We're going to help you help other people. That's our.
It's true.
So
fair enough. And another way you guys literally, I love your family so much. I love that you guys have taken this on as an entire family, and the list of things you have done is endless. No way we can touch on all of it because you guys are just so involved. You're so active here. But one of the other favorite ways, at least on my end, I want to hear your guys' favorites, but you guys roll up every year with the margarita truck. Let's share that exciting news because this is so fun.
So it's the golf outing, the ALS U golf outing. And it's all, do you have the date, Melissa? I can't remember. She'll look it up for you.
You talk and
so she'll get you the date.
Love it.
But if you want a great time, Catherine Jemsek, who is on our board, is at Cog Hill Golf Course. You might have, if you're from the Chicago area and you're a golfer, you know the Jemsek name. They're Cog Hill. It's a wonderful facility. They closed down the whole facility for us to golf that day, and we bring margarita trucks out. And it's not just about the margarita trucks. It's not about golf. It's about families getting together. So we do 2 outings in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. It was 4 last year. I think Julie's trying to cut back to 3 because it got so big. But, we might be able to talk her into doing 4 again. But 3 courses there. They did 2 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon last year. And it was packed and it was wonderful. And talk about community and friends. And we probably had, 10, 12 people ourselves come out.
Oh, yeah. We get more and more each year.
More and more each year. Our friends, and word gets out, you pay your entry fee, but you're going to have margaritas. You're going to have a wonderful dinner. You're going to get to golf at Cog Hill. If you're really lucky, you're going to get to golf at Dubs Dread, which is one of the premier courses in Chicagoland. The wonderful staff at Cog Hill, Catherine does such a great job with them, and Julie and her staff, again, everything is catered to you. It's a wonderful day. Just so much fun and camaraderie, and we get to see a lot of our patients show up, and but it's a big family event where a lot of our families show up and support. So just a great day.
That is one of my favorites of all year. The things and I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Catherine was on the show, and I believe Tiger Woods even played at that course. Like, they've had some premier.
Tiger Woods, his picture is prominent in that clubhouse. When he has won there. And any major golfer over the last 30 years, they have played there. So it's something to see. So you go there, you get to walk in the locker room, you get to see their pictures, and cool. It's quite the place.
It is September 3rd, by the way. So September 3rd is the golf outing.
So go to the website, get your foursome, and get in. And it's going to be a great day. So.
Oh my gosh, I love that, Melissa. You're hired. Come join the show. You can give us all the updates.
It's great swag. It's great swag too. You live with you leave with the shirt and all kinds of golf goodies. Yeah. So
yeah,
a lot of fun.
Do you have any idea? Because I remember when I went back to your restaurant, you guys had a margarita clock counting all the margaritas. Do you have any idea? If you had to guess, how many margaritas do you go through on a golf classic day?
I couldn't even tell you. Thousands. Okay, that's all you tell you is thousands. It is thousands. So there's no doubt about it, and rightfully so. Though you want people to have a good time, and they do, and it's a lot of fun, and glad that we can provide that to the families and to the people that come out, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful day. So I'm glad you brought up the golf outing because it is one of our favorites. So absolutely to be part of that is something special. So
Yeah, I was going to ask you that in general. What is
Yeah.
one of your, I mean, you guys have done so many things. You've been a part of this family for such a long time. What are some of your favorite moments or events or
I
memories?
think-
What are your highlights?
I think my favorite every year is the auto show.
That's pretty high up on the list.
It is, because it's something that we were lucky enough to know certain people who were involved in the auto industry to bring ALS into the family, into the fold. Now we're a staple there every year, which is great. We get to see so many families, and we get to honor families that night. We get to honor our major patrons that night. We get to honor our volunteers that night. We do all that before going out to the wonderful auto show to have a great night. We get to spend a quick half hour just thanking the people that mean so much to our organization, giving them the shout out that they deserve. Again, probably not a dry eye in that house by the time we're done, but that's okay. And then we just have a great time for the next 3-4 hours on the floor of the auto show, and everyone's dressed to the nines. You know, they're wearing tuxes and their dresses, and just a great night for ALS. So
It's true. And the food, let's just say that. I'm a food motivated individual, and everything in there, the food is incredible.
Yes, always very heavy appetizers, but they're not even really appetizers. It's actually,
Meal.
it's pretty much a meal. So
that's another one too. You know, if you guys, February of next year, pay attention, go to our website, and it always sells out, and we always get a great response from the community. But if you want to do something really fun, if you want to treat your wife or your friends or your family to a great evening, go to the auto show. Your money will go to ALSU, and on top of that, you'll have a wonderful evening. You get to see all the cars before anyone else does. It's the first night. It's the first look for charity. And not only do you get to walk around and see whatever car you might want to look at or dream about getting someday, but you get to help ALSU as well. So just a wonderful evening. So.
It's true. And you're treated, I can say this, ALS United treats you like an absolute superstar. From the minute you walk in, there's VIP suites, there's events, there's pre-food, there's swag, there's all kinds of great stuff. And then you get to, you're all dressed up in black tie. You get to go down. You get, like you said, that first look. You get to touch the cars, sit in the cars, ride in the cars.
Right.
You get treated. Champagne was flowing. All the good stuff. They even had Andy's ice cream there this year.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even make it there because I got so full off of all the other food. I couldn't even make it to the ice cream. I'm preparing myself for next year.
I get a kick out how quickly all the ladies take their shoes off and get into the slippers right away. It's like instantly slippers time.
Yes.
So. And we have our own ALS. We have our own ALS slippers. So
that's what I was getting at. I love it. Do you have yours? Do you guys still have yours?
Oh, yes. Yeah. But I'm not sure they're right, but I do. Yeah. But yeah, our good friends, the Kabinskis and the Burtons from Immediate Cure, they become a sponsor, and they sponsor the slippers. April was there last year, and she goes, you know what? I think maybe we need to sponsor the slippers. So it's so nice that we were able to put our slippers on even before we left the suite. If you wanted to, you didn't even have to try to hobble down the escalator.
So I think it's kind of an event, or ALS in general is the type of thing ALSU is once you bring people into the fold and they get to see firsthand what we do, they want to be part of it. And I think it's things like this, getting the word out to everyone, hey, come take a look at us. And we think we're worth you guys investing a little time or talent into. So it's a great organization. So
absolutely. I love that. And I know that you guys are so open, right? So if anyone ever wants more information, they can reach out straight to you guys. You're there. You'll tell them, you'll share your stories, you'll show them exactly what this organization is doing. You're an open book.
Right. Myself, Melissa, anyone on the board, if we don't know the answer, we'll reach out, we'll get you the answer. We'll get someone that can give you the answers. And like I said, we've got the easy job, Julie and the staff there, they're doing the heavy lifting and the hard work. You know what I mean? We're there to support them, but they do God's work. They really do. And, couldn't be prouder to be part of an organization, part of our family. That's what they are. So
it is. And I still can't believe that just a number on a pamphlet led to all this, all these years later. And here you are as part of the board. This is amazing. As the board chair, nonetheless. So this is incredible.
Well, it's kind of a big deal, so.
I mean, you are a big deal. You are a big deal. That's why I was really excited to get you on the show. I thought, he's the board chair. He's a celebrity. He's not going to have time for us here.
Yeah.
Mike has been on so many boards and committees because, being in law enforcement and being the chief of police, he's been involved in so many things, but he's kind of, he's getting out of a lot of things, but this is the one thing that he's, is so important to him. So this is the one thing that he always says he'll be doing this no matter what. So this is the one organization that means the most to him. So,
and don't let her fool you. She's right there with me the whole time. So it's,
I know it.
It is. So it's good.
I know it.
Stuff.
It's been a crazy ride. So
it has been. So it's good.
I think it is very rare. I have to say, I don't think I've ever seen you, Mike, at an event without Melissa. I mean, you guys, you're a package deal. Like, you guys are in this together. I love it.
Well, you know what? Like I tell her, though, like, we're going to be married 40 years next year. So I'm not sure we're going to make it yet. So I told her, if we get through next year, so then we're going to.
It's probably a done deal.
Yeah, then we'll stick together. All right. Just don't count on it until we get 40.
You're still testing the waters, right?
Exactly. We're still newlyweds at this point, right? We can't.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You know what? You said a word that gets me real excited about what's coming next.
Oh.
So thank you for that beautiful transition. And actually,
I didn't even mean it. So,
that's how good you are, Mike.
Yeah.
That is how good you are. You were meant for this. You were meant for the spotlight. Before we transition to that, because you teed me up perfectly. Like, that was not planned, everybody. This is just how amazing he is. Carrie Ricky, you guys know her. She chimed in. So many margarita flavors, so little time.
I do know Carrie Ricky. From Peoria, right, Carrie? Yeah.
Touche. She's one of our most awesome supporters here. She's part of the Sunflower Hour family. And you know what, Carrie, you are so right. I'm serious. Anyone that you don't even have to like golf to come out to the golf event. Let's be serious.
No, just come out and have a good time and come and say hi. Yes.
Yeah, try the margarita flips. You have no limits. You guys can come back to that margarita truck as many times as you want.
All day long. So
yeah. I don't know if they're still doing it, but last time I was there, they were doing the shot skis we were doing some shots of tequila. We had the margaritas flowing.
I think Julie had to tone that down a little bit, but the margaritas are still flowing all day, so don't worry about that.
And there is tequila in them.
Yes.
So.
Plenty of tequila and flavors to go around for everybody. Right. I love that. Well, speaking of, you're still on your 40-year trial run, deciding if this is going to be a thing, so keep us updated on that. But since you brought up the newlyweds, I am so pumped. Anyone that knows me knows that love is one of my favorite things in the whole world. So I love seeing your guys' love. I'm going to have you back on the show. I'm not going to lie, because I had all kinds of questions on how did you guys meet, all these great things. So you got to come back and give us the couples update. But
we'll get you next year.
Yeah,
okay.
Because by then we'll know whether it's going to take or not. So.
You'll know if it's going to stick. So while you're still in the newlywed phase, I say we pull out a little newlywed game and just, see how well you guys know each other after 4 years of dating, 40 years of dating.
I would hope so.
Yes, I love it. So we're gonna like DIY this game here. Okay. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Don't look at each other like blinders.
I won't. There we go.
There, we put a divider up.
I love it. So write your answers down, and then let's see if you guys are on the same page after 40 years of excitement.
Okay.
Question 1. What was your first date?
Oh.
Who knows this? Who remembers this? And you've been married 40 years. How long have you been together?
It was pretty much the same. When you know. It's like the first date, I was like, I'm going to marry him.
I love it.
And then I said I didn't have anywhere to live. And then it was like, you can't marry me.
I love it. Okay, let's see.
Movie, oh my God. Movies and Cattle Company. Yeah, we both knew.
You knew it. Okay.
I know the movie.
Really?
Edge with Glenn Close.
Yeah. Hey, it was a movie. I was a young man. I wasn't concentrating on the movie.
Yeah, I don't think he was. So.
Was it love at first sight for you, Mike? Did you have that same feeling? This is the one?
Yeah, I kind of knew. I kind of knew. So it was, yeah. I mean, first you start dating, and then like a couple weeks in, you're kind of like, yeah, this might be going somewhere. And then next thing you knew, it was. So.
Oh, it's that sense of humor, though. It's like I was walking by. I thought he was cute. I saw him when he helped me with my car when we first. Well, we met at the police academy. I was in law enforcement at the time, so that's how we met.
She faked the broken down car to lure me in.
I didn't fake it. I didn't.
The
fake
truth
it.
is coming out.
I don't know how to drive a stick shift. Can you help me?
I didn't know how to drive a stick shift.
Yeah. How many times have you used that one, Season? Come on, you probably use that one all the time.
You know, I'm a loser that doesn't date, so no, I didn't use it. But there is a movie, one of my favorite movies, The Longest Ride. She does that. She fakes. She messes something up with the car and has to have the handsome man come and help her.
Maybe that's how you. Maybe
that's
you.
Probably what she.
So.
Yeah, but his sense of humor caught me right after that. I thought this guy's really funny, and I'm like, I like to laugh, so that was a given. So.
Ooh, I love this. We're getting the info now.
You are getting the dirt. You're getting the dirt.
I like it. Keep it coming. Who's the better cook? Who's the better cook? Anyone watching? Are we taking bets on this? Is it going to be Mike or Melissa?
Yeah, it's Melissa.
Yeah, it's Melissa. Hands down, easy. Okay, Mike, what's your favorite thing that she makes?
You know what? This is going to sound silly, but she makes the world's best chocolate chip cookie. I am not shitting you. I mean, I'm not kidding you. It's out of this world. Like all my friends and family, and they all always ask, is Melissa bringing cookies? Is she making cookies? It's homemade recipe. She does just, it's fantastic. I mean, she's a great cook, but like her desserts, yeah.
Ooh.
She's a great baker, I would say. She really can bake. So.
Yeah, but just don't give him anything with onions in it. I made that mistake before, and he does not like
a big
onions.
onion guy. So she cooks around me. So
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I can't stand it. No onions. We don't need them. Everyone puts onions in everything. We don't need them.
They overpower everything.
Everything. And you can taste them. I don't care. When people, no, you won't taste them. I don't care how tiny that onion is.
That's what he says.
We will taste them. McDonald's, don't you chop those little things up as little as you want. We'll taste them.
That's right. No onions on that burger. None.
No, I'm with you, Mike. I'm with you.
Right.
I will not ask you.
I knew I liked you.
We connected.
We're exactly.
We're soulmates on the food train.
There you go.
And I'm not going to ask you to share the family recipe here, but I'm a little bit sad, Melissa, that I've never once had one of your chocolate chip cookies.
Well, next time I know you're around, I will make sure you get some. So
whenever you get that 13-hour difference, whenever you're back here again, let us know. So.
I'm putting my order in. I will be at some of these events next year. I'm putting my order in now. Yeah, I need to taste this. I would like to weigh in on the best chocolate chip cookie ever made.
There you go.
I would like to try this. Okay, you guys are 2 for 2. This is amazing. Okay. This one excites me. So now, which Disney character is your spouse most like? This is going to be a good one.
Which Disney character
does your spouse look
is
like?
Mike most like, and is Melissa most like? Yeah, you guys.
Oh boy, this is a real tough one.
And I know you know Disney. You guys have girls. I'm sure you know a whole lot of Disney movies. Don't peek over there. I see you.
Okay.
No chocolate chip cookies for you, Mike, tonight.
Oh,
okay.
I said Ariel.
I said the genie from Aladdin.
Well, hey, I said Ariel. It's the only one I know. So that's it. So
fair enough. The genie
from Aladdin.
Oh, you're both bald.
And he's funny. He's so funny.
That's all right. That's good stuff. So
he's funny, and we're gonna have to test your singing and dancing ability next time to see really the likeness. But
auto show next year.
Give him a few drinks.
Next February. We're gonna do
it. Yes. I'm in on. That's a good one, Melissa. That's a really good one. I'm gonna give you the extra point for that. Okay. What's your favorite gift? Ooh, I like this one too. What's the favorite gift your spouse has given you?
Oh boy.
Ooh, I'm really putting you guys to the test.
Okay.
I love this. We get to hear the markers writing too. This is very dramatic build up.
Oh my God.
My 3 daughters.
My daughters. I guess we do know each other.
I have a good feeling that the next year you guys are going to make the right decision.
We'll make it. That one was almost like too easy when you thought about it. It's like, yeah, that's it. So
it might. You'd be surprised. It might not be. But that was a good answer. You guys are on the same page.
Yeah, I just couldn't say Chicago Cubs T-shirt. It's like that probably would.
I was thinking like all the good Cubs stuff she's got over the years, which I really love.
Clubs,
right, the golf stuff, all that stuff is great, but that's just stuff. You know what I mean? So
it's true. It's true. This is a gift that keeps going, going generation after. Yeah. I like that. Okay, we're still tied, although Melissa's a little bit in the lead because the genie.
She's
a little bit in the lead. Ooh. How well do you know each other here? What's your spouse? Oh, gosh, if I could speak. What's your spouse's favorite movie?
Oh, I know mine.
I know mine. Oh boy, this one's tough.
This is gonna be a good answer one then.
Oh.
You know mine, I think.
No, I don't.
Really?
Hang on.
Boy, this is. Wow. I'm like really drawing a blank on this.
The odds are decreasing now. Now I'm not quite sure what the answer is going to be next year.
Well, he's not really into movies. He doesn't watch a lot of movies. So it's like I watch way more movies, but this is wrong, I think. But
this I think this is kind of like
Field of Dreams.
I went with Wicked.
And actually, I'm Star Wars is my favorite.
Yeah, movie. It is Star Wars. I knew that Star Wars.
What's your favorite movie?
Tough Turf.
Oh my God, I should never thought of it. This movie with James Spader, it's from
very underrated.
1985 or so, called Tough Turf. It's he made me watch
never heard of it.
No one has, but he made me watch it when we first started dating.
I got her dad to watch it with me, and her dad loved it.
He did love it. My dad said that was good stuff. So.
Okay, so this is your pitch, Mike. This is your moment, Mike, to change everyone right now into Tough Turf fans. We've never heard of this.
James Spader, before anyone who knew who James Spader was. So
yeah, he was really a heartthrob back then.
Yeah, he was a young kid. He was a teenager in that movie. So
yeah.
And Kim Richards before she went. Before she went crazy. So
really?
Yeah. So
young Kim Richards. So
cool. Yeah. Okay.
It does have good music. It has good music. I'll give you that because I love 80s music. So it was good.
Oh,
underrated. Give it a watch. So
might have looked kind of hard to find it, but
you're tech savvy. You could find it out there somewhere. So you'll find it. So
as you say, if I'm not, I'll know the people that will.
Yeah, exactly right. So
to find me this movie. Okay. See,
right.
I knew I loved this game. You guys are
and I knew Star Wars too. I don't know how I didn't get that. It's terrible.
That's okay. Yeah. You both missed it though, so you're still both at a tie. So that's a good thing to know. Okay. How about this is an easy one, I think. Who's most likely to lose something? Who's losing things the most in this family? I'm gonna take an educated guess. I think I know who it might be.
And I put me. I'm like,
we both.
You know that we're always saying like, I go, Mike, I think I'm losing my mind. I think I have dementia. I can't find something, and he goes, nope, I'm the same way. I did the same thing.
We both, There's only so much stuff you can fit in the brain, and then you kind of forget stuff. So, but it's all right. So
we always say our hard drive's full because it's like we'll say like, Mike, what was her name? And he goes, I don't know. I was hoping you'd know her name. I'm like, damn. So
you guys are just too smart. I think that's it. You guys are too smart with all this other information. You don't have time for the little stuff.
If you had said who's most likely to lose something in the refrigerator, then I would have said Mike because he can't find anything in the refrigerator.
Well,
so
in my defense, she hides things in the refrigerator. So. I mean, when you put things behind other things intentionally, I mean, come on.
You know what? That could be a great strategic move. Now you know how to just keep things away from him. Just put it in the refrigerator.
Although he's good at this is the thing he does too. Another one of his endearments is that I'll have I'm addicted to large Diet Cokes from McDonald's, and I'll have it sitting on the table, and I'll come back and I'm like, where did that go? And he's good at hiding things. All of a sudden I have to go look in cabinets and stuff, and it'll be in the microwave or something. So he does like to do that. So
you got to keep it fresh. You know,
Yeah,
keep 40 years, you got to keep it going. So
Are you trying to keep her staying with you past the 40, or are you trying to make her leave? Think that one through a little bit.
well, she can't go if she can't find her keys either. So I got those taken care of. So it's all good. So
It's true. And if she's that addicted to Diet Coke, she's not
Yeah.
going to leave. The
I'm
house
not leaving without it.
no, so right to McDonald's, man. We got an account there. Don't worry about it. So
You're keeping the McDonald's in business. Good for you.
Me and Kendra.
Her and Kendra, they're the
Kendra
same.
is just the same. So
Oh, we
So
owe
we-
the two
we-
of you a debt of gratitude for keeping McDonald's running for us.
I first thing every morning, I know, get Melissa and Kendra a large Diet Coke. So that's how they
Oh my
operate.
gosh.
So.
for sure.
I love it. I love it. I don't want to end this because there's some good ones. So I want to get through these because darn it, you guys are
Okay.
fine. So it's okay. Everyone tuning in, thanks for sticking with us. What better way could you be spending your Tuesday night? I don't know.
Of course.
So what's the first trip you guys took together as a couple? Do you guys remember this?
Oh, that's easy.
Okay. I'm impressed. Sometimes I forget what I did last month, let alone 40 years ago. What is
Disney World.
Yeah, Florida Disney. Yep.
Okay. I
Yeah.
like it. And clearly you had a great time and didn't kill each other. So bonus.
Had a blast. I know we got a lot of grief from people about it was our honeymoon. So they were like, "You're spending your honeymoon at Disney?"
Yeah.
And we had a blast. So it was so much fun.
So cool. Did you have the bride mini ears?
No,
Was that a
I don't
thing
think
back
so.
then?
No.
no, because I like to go on roller coasters. I like to go on rides that are, like you flip you all around. So that would have been kind of tough to maintain. And plus the water rides, they would have got wet. So
Fair enough.
Yep.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, you guys will have to go back for your 40th.
yeah. Now they have Star Wars World, I think there. So it's like
And
definitely.
he owes you this since he got that question wrong. I think he
I
owes
have to
this.
we have to go prank him up.
There you go.
Although I would like you to spend your 40th maybe in Bali, but
Yeah,
That would be-
well,
that would be
I think
nice,
that would be a
too.
little better. So,
yeah, okay, deal. Come out to Bali. We'll make that happen.
all right.
Now, I like this one. Would your spouse say you have a better sense of humor, sense of time, sense of adventure, or common sense? What's your spouse saying about you? Sense of humor, sense of time, sense of adventure, or common sense? What do you have the most of?
Humor. That's what makes the world go round. So
I see that actually. I don't even have to know you guys that well to know that that's a good one. You
it's
guys are on the
definitely
same
not
page.
common sense with me anyway. Maybe you have, I don't have much of that.
That's
so.
not true. It's not.
I don't believe that for a second.
No.
I don't believe that. You're a nurse. You have a lot of common
Yeah.
sense. I don't believe that for a second.
That's just one field of my life. Though. The rest of them, maybe I think I'm a lot more centered there. So
All your brain power is going to that. That's where all of your attention is.
for sure.
You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. I've met many doctors, many in the medical field who are so genius. And then outside the medical field, they're like, wait, like,
Yeah,
where'd I put
exactly.
my keys away? I love
Yeah.
it. Your brain power is just for something better.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, now that I know you're Walking Dead fans, this will be a fun one. Who would survive longer in a zombie apocalypse and why?
Oh,
Who's
I've got to get
surviving
it
The
right.
Walking Dead?
This is for sure. We've kind of talked about this in other aspects, not quite in this with this question, but with
Have you guys had have you talked through what happens, what your plan is? Do you have an escape route? Go
zombie
bag?
apocalypse. I would probably just give up because there's no
Oh my
ice.
God.
There's no ice.
That's what I said. Me, she gives up.
Yeah, there's no ice. There's no ice. There's no Diet Coke. My pop would be hot, so there's no. I can't. But he's always told me that you only have to be faster than one person,
Right.
and that's like it's just like we always talk about like a bear. So zombie, same thing. He can run faster, so he would live longer. Yeah.
Shoot, you're just straight up. That's it. You don't want to live in a world without Diet Coke. It's game over.
Yeah, there's just too much stuff not there that it's just like, I don't have that survival instinct. It's just like, I've had a good run. I would say I've had a good run. I've enjoyed my life. Now I'm ready to check out. So.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love it. Kevin agrees with you. He is so on board with that answer. That is fantastic. Kevin, what is this yes to? Is this yes to a world without Diet Coke or to run faster than one person? I'm pretty sure he's on that team with you, Mike, of like,
good.
Honestly.
Yeah, ice cold Diet Coke and hot showers. It's like, forget it. It's like, there's no point to life. So.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I didn't see that one coming, actually. You run a marathon, for goodness sakes.
Yeah.
You know you can run 26.2 miles away from somebody.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. So, well, Mike, the marriage might not last past a zombie apocalypse. So.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I hope there's one between now and our 40th. So.
Oh, me too.
I love it. That was a good one. Okay. What item? Ooh, this one's going to be a good one too. What item of your spouse's do you secretly wish would just disappear? Or maybe you could just make disappear. What are you getting rid of? And it's all love. You can't be mad at each other for these answers.
No.
Yeah.
Boy, I don't know.
I got nothing. I'm
I
sorry.
was gonna say,
I got nothing. I got nothing.
No, he doesn't really. He's just not into things that. I was gonna say like computer but I don't really care about that. I mean,
maybe her phone sometimes, but she could probably say the same about me.
Yeah, I mean, it's both about the same. Yeah. But I was gonna say golf. I can't say that because we both enjoy golfing, and actually, we enjoy having time apart. I mean, we don't want to be together every Sunday.
We're in different. We golf in the same golf league, but then we golf in different golf leagues.
Yeah,
we're all guys, all my friends, and Melissa does one with her friends, and so.
Yeah, I can't. There's really nothing that I can think of that
we have pretty similar interests. So it's,
that is kind of scary that we do tend to like a lot of the same thing. Oh, you know what he would say is one thing. You probably wish you could get rid of the swimming pool.
Oh yeah, I get rid of the swimming pool, but that's not like it's hers. I mean,
no, I mean it's ours, but I mean that's he doesn't like to. He doesn't really use it. He doesn't like to get in the swimming pool, and no
one uses it anymore.
I use it.
I knew that was coming.
Okay, you guys are too cute. It can't be this sweet. It can't. This is awesome. You guys are adorable.
It's actually been pretty. We really haven't had major blow-ups. So just a few. Just a few.
But everyone does so.
Yeah, you need them. You need them, right? Like it's too boring without them.
Right.
You need them. Yeah. Well, then the last question, and then I'm super excited to hear what you guys consider this to be. Last one. Let's end on this. What's the most embarrassing thing you've done as a couple that you can share with us?
Oh boy. Most embarrassing thing we've done as a couple?
Yeah.
Not on this service. We're not talking about that. No.
What have you done? Crazy couple costumes? Have you done any But you guys strike me though. Nothing embarrasses you, right? I think that's cool. That's why I love you too.
Nothing embarrasses him for sure. I'd say like I could ask him to wear. Well, he did have to wear a dress one time. He lost like in a golf tournament or something. He had to wear.
Had to golf the next round in a dress.
And didn't you wear a dress into a restaurant or afterwards?
Afterwards,
afterward, he had to wear a dress into the restaurant. It didn't bother him. That stuff doesn't embarrass him. So
not too much now. So we do all kinds of crazy stuff with our kids, and keeps you young too. You know what I mean? To do those type of things. So.
Because we'll dress up like we dress up like he was Mr. Clean and I was a Mr. Clean sponge. Yeah. And he looked just like Mr. Clean too. So
I see it 100% even now.
So
but I don't know. I mean nothing.
Yeah, you name it, we've probably done it. So
nothing I want to admit to.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough. I count that as a victory then. You guys
it is a victory.
Pretty solid. 11 for 11. You guys know each other very well.
There you go.
I have faith. I will bet on this that this is going to make it to 41. I think we've got some really good odds.
I sure hope so.
You two are such a blast. Thank you for being crazy with me tonight. Thank you for joining. Seriously, thank you for everything you guys do. You guys are superstars in the world of ALS advocacy and awareness and everything you have done.
Thank you for doing this. Thanks for doing this all the time.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. So get us again next year. Okay.
Yeah. You said it. It's on film now. So
Right,
you cannot take it back. You guys are trapped. I want to leave it on. I want you guys to end this on what could anyone that's watching, what could they do to honor your mother?
I think it's real easy. If you're watching, just reach out to ALSU, see what we're about, and if you can, donate some money to help a family, much like our family was. And if you can't, maybe there's other things you can do. You can donate your time, maybe your talent. You're good at something, just volunteer. See what we're about. Give us a try is what I'm saying, and I think it'll stick. I really do. I think it's going to be either a phone call or an internet search well spent. So just give us a try. I think you'll be happy with what you find. So we're all about helping people.
Yeah, I would say just educate yourself. Just find out more about ALS. See what ALS is. Know more about it. I think if education is like one of the most important aspects. But definitely yes, anything you can do to help, anything you can attend, any of that is wonderful. And it seems to be more out there now, and I think it's because of the advocacy that in education that more people know what it is. There's more people that have it, which is not a good thing, but maybe people had it all along and we just didn't know what it is or what it was, who knows? But I would say education is a big thing. So
thanks
I love
again.
it. Well, I want to leave on those words. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. But we'll see you again next year. Have an amazing time. Enjoy. You earned those chocolate chip cookies, Mike.
Right.
So you enjoy some extra for me.
I'm just looking forward to next year live in Bailey. So.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to make it happen. Again, my people are calling your people very soon. We're going to make that happen. I will see you guys in Bali for a live show next year.
Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you.
All right, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I knew you guys would fall in love with them just as much as I have. They've been such a crucial part of the ALS United family for such a long time, and I'm glad we got to share that with you. 40 years. This is huge. I'm so excited. They are just nothing but love and energy, and that's awesome. You heard it straight from them, guys, in honor of Barb Trafton. Let's get out there. Let's reach out to ALS United. You can find us alsunitedchicago.org. If you have any interest in joining this crazy family, giving your time, your energy, your talents, and spreading some awareness and spreading some money, we'd love to have you join this family. Thank you everyone for watching. I will see you all again right here for the next live episode next month. But until then, everybody, have a great summer and be bright and shine your light. I'll see you next time.